Okay, guys, so I sometimes have these epiphany moments, and I just uh, I write them down, but I never really share them, or I'll share them on Facebook, and it's just I wish other people could have this moment with me. I don't know. That might seem like the dumbest thing ever, but it's what I'm doing right now. So there's something on my phone. So I had every intention of my next video being a mother-toddler tag with Hank because he has the cutest voice. The way he talks right now is just so stinking adorable. So even if nobody watched it on YouTube, I wouldn't care because I love his little voice and how he talks right now, and I would be able to keep that footage and have it forever. So that was totally my plan. But I'm sitting here and I am getting stuff ready for church tomorrow, and Nate has decided to talk about value this week, and I also started reading Rachel Hollis's book Girl Wash Your Face this week, and I started reading Unexpected by Christine Kane this week, and I am really this year just focusing on me and focusing on self-care and self-worth, which, I mean, all this stuff just kind of I didn't plan on doing all this stuff at the same time. I didn't plan to be starting a new ministry that I'm totally in love with. I get to be with my husband, so I love that, and it's just something that is really happy for me, even though it can be stressful, and I'm sure it will be stressful, and I'm sure we'll go through trials, but it's a great thing for me right now at this point in my life, and I know that I can make an impact there. And then I didn't plan to start reading this book. I mean, lots of people had talked about it. I thought about it, and then I was like, no. And then I was like, well, go ahead. I'll read it. I love to read anyways. And I really didn't even know what it was about. I hadn't looked into it at all. And so then I decided to get that book, and then I found the other book at work yesterday, and it was up for grabs for free, and I was like, sure. And so both of them have to do with things that I am trying to conquer this year. One is lies that you believe about yourself and struggling with anxiety and deciding for yourself and taking control of your life, and the other is about anxiety and dealing with unexpected things as they come, which I'm terrible at and I'm working on. And so I just feel like all of that is wrapped up into my personality and who I am, and I think I hide it pretty well. I mean, I don't think I'm the greatest at it. I mean, people know that I'm insecure and not the most confident person, but I think the severity of it I hide pretty well. So all this is coming together, and Nate totally decided to teach on value tomorrow. And so I'm getting slides and stuff ready, and this isn't even something that he had in here. It's just an ending note that I decided, and as soon as I wrote it, I just felt like it was pure genius. And I'm not saying that to be conceited, but it's because it's something that I am preaching to myself. I needed to hear it. So I'm gonna say it on here, and hopefully somebody else will be blessed by it. And if not, oh well. I can look back at this video and build myself up again. We're talking about value and not being greedy and not putting your worth into earthly things, because you can collect up as much stuff as you want, but you're not going to take it with you when you die, and it's really not going to make that big of a difference. Enjoy the things that are here. And so my ending slide says there is value in your relationship with God, because that is what ultimately decides whether you're going to heaven or hell. It decides whether you are impacting people, impacting the earth for the kingdom, It decides whether you're going to be content in life. It decides whether you're going to walk around living for no reason, in my opinion, because, I mean, you can live life just to live life, but because I am a Christian and because I have a relationship with Jesus, I truly do believe that the point of life is to live for Jesus, like to love people. I don't know how else to explain it. The point of living is to live for Jesus, and what that means is to just love people, not to be shoving anything down anybody's throat, not to be super judgmental, not to tell other people how to live their lives, which a lot of Christians do, and it gives us a bad rep, but to love people unconditionally and to show them the love of Jesus that is unconditional. And I believe that if you share that love and they find Jesus for themselves, that they will pursue that relationship, and then anything that is not of God or God does not want in their life, He will bring to their attention. And He might use a person to do it, but He's going to know who to use and how to bring it about in a way that will be loving and challenging, not condemning and make you feel attacked, but rather make you feel challenged to be a better person and to live a happier life because of changing something in your life that may not be the healthiest for you. And so the first thing I put was your relationship with God has value. The second thing I put was you have value. I mean, God wants you to have the desires of your heart. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to do things that you like. He did not make us all the same. He made us individuals. We don't all like the same stuff. We don't all think the same things are fun. We don't all think the same way, for that matter. And so I just think you need to think about what you like and what you don't like, and not get lost in the opinions of society or Facebook or Instagram or your friends even, but really think about what you like and what makes you happy and start pursuing those things. And then the last thing I put on the slide was, if it's not adding, if whatever you're thinking about doing or what you are doing, what you're participating in, or what you're thinking about buying or thinking about spending time, putting effort into, if it is not adding to your relationship with God and it's not adding to you as a person, then it's not worth it. It doesn't have value. And I mean, that was just like an epiphany moment for me, and people might disagree, that's fine. But I just felt like I needed to jump on here and share it because it is an epiphany moment for me, and I love perspective change moments. I've had so many of them, and like I'll write them down and I'll live my life with that perspective change, but then I don't always share it because I'm terrible at sharing things sometimes because I just don't know how to go about it. But with YouTube, I don't really have to go about it in any way other than just saying what I'm feeling and thinking in the moment. And if you want to watch it, great. And if you don't, that's okay too. I don't know. I'm an awkward conversationalist. I might not be able to bring it up in conversation between me and you, but between me and the camera, I can bring it up and I can say it how I want to without being interrupted and without losing my train of thought, and I can just post it. And if it helps someone, that's awesome. And if it's just for me, then it's just for me. So that's my thoughts tonight. Good night.